Pretty much. I think BetBoom, they need to dominate with this Keeper of the Light from the mid lane. This hero is sitting at 60% win rate right now. And every single time I watch this hero play, it's pretty much the same as Zeus. The insane amount of damage comes online super quickly. His Urn of Shadow, Spirit Vessel into Boots of Travel makes him pretty much a global hero. Very difficult to catch. Not sure if they're going to get the value out of this Underlord. I'm a little bit concerned about the pick, but maybe because we didn't see the pick, the Underlord in quite some time. And want to see what Whisper's going to be able to do, because there's definitely a lot of kill threat coming out from ET and Gyrocopter, and Keeper of the Light, he does tend to join some of these earlier fights. Get that level 6, Solar Bind, very easy to use ability as well with the cast range and everything, sets things up for a lot of spells.
Yeah, super excited to see how these lanes develop, right? Because, you know, Marcy, a reasonably new hero. I know Seb's been talking about it. Ari likes playing these newer, flashy heroes, the Marcy, the Hoodwink, stuff like that. You know, bringing a bit of flavor to the table here. Pairing it with an Underlord, you know, maybe bring people into the Firestorm, make that lane untenable for BetBoom. But, you know, going to be going up against some absolute masters in that safe lane.
Some big amount of XP already on Toronto Tokyo. He did kill that Observer Ward, so we'll get level 2 much faster, and we'll have Stomp available if necessary. Love that the Gyrocopter is starting with the Flat Cannon level 1. You know, it's a zoning tool as well. Toronto Tokyo, Wind Lace, bringing extra stuff on the courier heal itself.
Careful! A blood grenade and first blood! I mean, there it is! He just walked right on into them.
Okay, I think he deserved that tip. They're like, this was handled to us. This first blood. even Seb from the top lane probably wasn't even watching. He's like, I'll give him the third tip.
Yeah, family tips. Everyone get involved. No matter where you are on the map. I mean, that'd be just a level 1, right? I was going to start saying, you know, maybe once we get into this sidekick and Attribute Aura, we've got a lot of physical damage, can start bringing that to the table. Who cares? Dispose into Firestorm. That's your big combo so far for OG. First blood already up for them in that off lane. But Toronto Tokyo, he's going to come back, you know, full resources. Just put that to the back of his head. And he's going to have that spirit to be able to trade back against the Marcy and give Nightfall a better time in the coming minutes.
That's what happens when you don't play against a certain hero for long. You kind of forget what the hero is able to do. BZM in the mid lane, doing good in terms of CS, 7-1. Keeper of the Light sitting at 7-1. A little surprised that they didn't deward the big camp. This big camp that Keeper of the Light / Sniper likes to farm. Toronto Tokyo putting in some work on to Ari.
Yeah, right, so Dire Sentry there blocking it. Ari disposes Toronto Tokyo into the Ogre camp. Runs away. Whisper not too bothered about just 1v1ing Nightfall.
GPK does have a Sentry Ward available, so he needs to unblock this camp. So will not be able to stack it immediately.
We'll have access in the coming minutes, though. And that third lane up at top, Beastmaster Rubik versus the Bane and Luna. I mean, OG have had a lot of success with this Bane. Looks great in the laning stage when you've got so much stats. On top of that Luna Blessing, you're right-clicking like an absolute monster. And then the Seb Bane just hiding in trees in the mid-game, finding catches on otherwise safe heroes has been just immaculate.
Yeah, Seb has really been Bane in the ass in some of these games that he played the hero. It was because he's going for, you know, you want to have that grip. If you can keep the distance, right now they have some of the good heroes that can't stop the Fiend's Grip from going off. Having Beastmaster, having Rubik with Telekinesis, even Echo Stomp plus Astral Spirit can work.
Yeah, it can be somewhat like a free steal, right, for the Rubik. If you start that grip, can steal it out. Good damage again, this time onto Nightfall. Whisper and Ari on top of the Gyro. Rocket Barrage going to send Ari back, though, for now. It just shows, though, how much damage can be unleashed in this bottom lane just from a couple of rounds of spells.
We didn't talk too much about Rubik, but this is such a godly Rubik game. If there's one spell in the game that you can solo win the game off of, that's Firestorm. And it's pretty easily stolen because Underlord basically has 2 abilities. Fiend's Gate, sure, that's going to be good, but I don't think you're going to be stealing it. Even if it's still Pit of Malice, but the big one's going to be Firestorm, Fiend's Grip, as you mentioned. Trap's going to be good for vision, maybe Eclipse, but yeah, I think holding the Firestorm throughout the whole game, you would have no problem just having one spell.
Yeah, especially with that shard, you're doing a tremendous amount of work with the Rubik if he gets to grab it.
Yeah, because the recent changes to shard, I mean, recent we haven't changed much.
Just haven't seen the hero.
Yeah, but the change was that you can use it on your allies.
Nightfall.
It's not centered around you anymore.
Pops his magic wand and
That's
turns.
a lot of damage, Gary.
Ari, he's in trouble now. Yeah, gets stapled by Toronto. Whisper looks like he's falling as well. Revenge is gained by the Elder Titan in that bottom lane.
Good game, well played in the old chat. They need to say misclick. Here we go again.
He's going to unbind it now. I mean, you've got to, right? Yeah, people have got in trouble for that before. Yeah, it's all right in your pubs, dropping the... Yeah, there we go, wrong chat wheel. It's okay dropping the GGWP in your pubs, but in a pro game, you can't get away with that.
I still can't believe these professional e-gamers that they have good game, well played in the chat wheel. I mean, there's so many good chat wheels out there. Just bind something different, but yeah, big kills. Toronto should be pretty happy about this one. He's already level 4.
Wow. 4.5 minutes in. Getting some face time with the waves and the creeps, and that double kill certainly helping out. Some retribution from BetBoom in that bottom lane. Looking at CS values, looks like Whisper dragging his heels a bit after that death. A little behind the rest of the pack of the cores. Luna maybe having a few struggles up top. We see this quite often, though, with Miero's Beastmaster in particular. He finds ways just to, out-deny, out-harass his opponents, so they never feel comfortable sitting in a wave farming.
Their tower defense is going to be insanely good. You have Keeper of the Light, you have Rubik, potential with the Stolen Firestorm, and Beastmaster, even ET. So it's going to be super difficult to push the towers. Whisper in trouble.
Left completely alone. Blood Grenade comes.
Casual Blood Grenade.
Toronto trying to give him the clicks here. Yeah, not comfortable diving too deep. It does look like Ari has moved into that mid lane. Not currently scouted.
Ooh, Ari placed another sentry ward down, which is blocking the camp and is also in vicinity of the observer ward, so that's going to get dewarded if BZM steps uphill.
Very nice. Well, it's about to expire in 2 seconds. Unfortunate there for OG.
Unluck.
Yeah, what can you do? BZM, 6-minute rune coming up shortly, so we're going to have that migration out the side lanes, it looks like. Already seeing Seb's Bane moving to that northern rune. Ari on the Marcy moving down south. Try and give this TA... Oh, the sentry's just out of range as well. GPK's put one down, but doesn't find it.
You need so many sentries around the mid lane. You need to deward your own camp. You need sentries against the traps.
Right.
So, yeah, they're going to need to invest heavily. It might be even GPK who's buying some of these early sentries. That's Ari's cutting out the big stack.
That's some serious economic damage as well.
BZM can easily farm it.
They sure can. Right now, they're looking for a kill on Whisper again. The pit is dropped, home missile hits, and Ari arriving into that bottom lane. Going to be enough of a disturbance there for Toronto Nightfall just to back away from it. And just as you called for, BZM, swift rotation into the jungle to clear out the stack.
Yeah, ideally, you would want to clear that stack 7 minutes, so you pick up like 2, maybe 3 neutral items, but this is also good. And again, this is being pinged out. GPK knows that they're playing around him. Trap already placed.
I like what BZM's going for as well here. Deep ward. Going to scout things out. That is an observer ward called a sentry ward again. This same funny little trick they're doing. Yep. But he's got Blink queued up. Panel talking about the potential greed here of the Luna TA overlapping and congesting the jungle.
Yeah, that's not a greedy build.
Yeah, BZM just goes for kills, looks for action. Whisper TPing out this time as GPK makes his first rotation. Really nicely done. Out of the range of the stomp, doesn't get clipped by the homing missile, and away he goes back to Fountain.
First rotation from Coddle. You want to get something done, get that Urn of Shadow / Spirit Vessel charge. It's going to be available 7 minutes into the game on the Coddle. Like, this is one of the fastest farmers in the game. Right now, he's in the middle of the pack. The big one is BZM, who is dominating, also clearing some of the stacks, stacking for himself in the jungle. Triangle isn't stacked for OG. Both Luna and Templar Assassin, even Underlord, will love to clear some of these early stacks.
Yeah, and don't forget, this is a Kotl who has had his camps blocked, right? Still incredibly fast at farming, just clearing out waves non-stop. 8-minute rune. Oh, there we go. 5 for BetBoom, 3 for OG.
OG, they don't need to stack if they're going to steal enemy stacks. GPK did place Observer Ward in the middle of the tower, but it was still in the range of Sentry.
Seb has vision up there, sees Miero backing up, but Creepwave pushing pretty far forward. And that Observer Ward spots Ari's Marcy coming into the lane as well, so Miero can tuck himself in behind Tier 1 and stay safe.
Templar Assassin, she does deal a lot of damage, having Lunar Blessing available, which is maxed out.
Thieves in the night, pilferers. They've
Here
come to rob the jungle. Oh, dearie me.
Fiend's Gate.
Fiend's Gate. Gonna get caught up here by Seb and Ari. Whisper arriving, the roar onto BZM with the solar bind on him. Illuminate goes across. BZM's in trouble.
That's a lot of damage again.
From GPK. Toronto Tokyo does get encircled up to the northwest, surrounded by OG members. The creep's still being cleared out, but this Underlord now in trouble as well to GPK's blast and Miero's axes.
Now, GPK, that's like 2,000 damage from one blast, pretty much. You should not underestimate BetBoom as a team, because they will bring numbers. Nightfall, he doesn't tend to join as early, maybe as some other carries, but other four, they love to play together.
Kind of incredible how much long-range poke and snipe they have as well, right? With this Solarbind Vessel, Axes, Fade Bolt, Spirit on top, that magic damage increase coming out of the ET, just even just a cooldown or a homing missile from Nightfall.
Yeah, you might die to one spell, pretty much.
Without seeing a hero. Well, you don't see anyone, you just die. OG are going to have to be on the top of their game with vision and warding here. The panel was talking about the way to maybe defeat Kotl is to have a hero that jumps him. TA, that's her job primarily, right?
Yeah, so that's why he's going for a Blink Dagger immediately. Usually there is Dragonlance in between, but he wants to become, you know, as active as possible. Then you pick up the shard 15 minutes into the game. Miero,
very early
thinking about maybe going on to Ari, who doesn't have Boots of Speed, so he's very slowed here.
Yeah.
Roar in a couple of seconds. Yeah, Ari looks pretty dead. Ooh.
Does get the rebound off.
But neither does Beastmaster. I think if you just followed him, could have probably got the roar off.
Maybe so. Maybe doesn't want to spend on a little Marty there. But yeah, early Helm, skipping Boots, going back into Arcanes, then the Overlord, of course, for Miero. And Seb, having seen what happened in the Radiant Ancients, doesn't want the same to happen over on the Dire side. Guarding things for the TA to arrive.
All four supports are level 5 at the moment. BetBoom supports will get level 6 slightly faster. You would definitely love to have that Fiend's Grip available. We've seen Nightmare into Fiend's Gate, the double Fiends, or the Fiend Boys combo.
Fiendish. Yeah, kind of similar to the old school combo that OG themselves used to run, right? Seb knows this all too well. Seb and Puppy back in the day used to run this Bane IO +1 combo where you Nightmare, you relocate, you come in. Fiend's Gate, not too different from that.
Double damage.
BetBoom getting the opportunity to finally clear out this ancient stack.
I think it's time to smoke for OG. BZM holding on to Amplify Damage Rune. Did just pick up a Blink Dagger, and there is Fiend's Grip available. So after clearing this camp, I assume they're going to smoke and try to look for a kill.
Now you've said it, it's definitely going to confuse me. The Fiend's G's. Fiend's Grip and Fiend's Gate. There we go. BZM, double damage rune, about halfway through. This clears out some jungle camps, not going to find too much in the way of action. Down the bottom though, Whisper caught up in that Spirit Vessel Solar Bind. A ton of damage again from GPK, even through the raindrops and Bracer. Underlord doesn't last long. And that is one of the big struggles with Underlord. He's slow, he's sluggish. He wants to be sat in the lane farming away, but if you get run at, quite difficult to escape.
For now, an even game in terms of net worth, but yeah, we talked about the spells that Rubik can steal, save, getting trapped, so that's going to be even extra slow on top of Solar Bind, Boars. I think that if OG run into BetBoom and there's another big blast coming out, they don't have, you know, Pipe, they don't have Mech yet. Also, these heroes, they don't build into it. Maybe Underlord can get it later on. For now, seems like he's opting to go for Road of Atos because that's the only fun build you can go on this hero.
Yeah, just get the roots going. Try and catch people. And you need to be able to unlock BZM one way or another, right? You can't just be relying on the Seb Bane. You have to add some additional layers of control there. And Miero, he felt something coming there. The smoke from the Bane, trying to wrap around in on this Beastmaster. Not going to catch up to anyone. GPK, same story, in behind his tier 1. Already having gotten rid of that, well, the OG Observer Ward that was deep has already gone.
We didn't talk too much about Tomato. He is farming, that is Luna, but also this is very explosive lineup from OG. Luna Aura maxed out. There are no points in Sidekick yet because Ari is playing position 4 Marcy, but once you get the drums, once you start to get more points in the Sidekick, Templar Assassin with Refraction, there's going to be a lot of right-click damage, a lot of lifesteal.
Important time here, though, for BetBoom, right? Pre-nighttime to get something done before OG start feeling strong. So getting a couple of kills here, you know, one on Ari, And maybe even just a tier 1 tower push with the remaining members coming through that twin gate. Apply that pressure onto OG so they're not comfortable making their own moves. So that's what we've loved to see, you know, the nighttime moves with Luna farming somewhere, that global aura, just giving the damage into people like this TA.
Yeah, you want to be fighting during the nighttime. 10-15 is, you know, daytime, but afterwards, we haven't seen much from Templar Assassin. BZM did manage to steal some of the stacks. Tomato will get blasted.
Disappears. The stolen rebound from Save, having that mobility spell. You said it's a godly game for a Rubik, and Save really just proving that point time and time again. Seb going through the twin gate, the Fiend's gate, up to top to take down Miero. Gonna throw the roar, but dead in the end nonetheless.
Casual roar, but yeah, this is gonna be the combo. Nightmare or Fiend's Grip into Fiend's Gate, and then you can bring the numbers, try to outnumber BetBoom, but they will also have this a little bit of global presence that comes out from Keeper of the Light. He is farming up, and we like to talk about itemization when both cores are pretty much dealing the same type of damage. I see already a couple of Ghost Scepters queued up on BetBoom.
Try and protect yourself against that. Not really a great halberd buyer here for BetBoom, but you know, maybe a ET can think about one as an item later on down the line. Always a great pick-up against ranged agi carries.
Yeah, we might see some late AC coming out from Beastmaster because most of the damage is physical. Sure, you have Luna, who's magical/physical, Underlord as well, but, you know, this Templar Assassin is mostly physical. They continue to farm up. There is 15-minute shard if BZM wants to pick it up.
Nighttime now as well. We'll see if OG can actually make a move down south. You know, bottom tier 1 would be a nice grab to take so they can invade that southern jungle. But Nightfall and Save have kept it very protected here. Pretty much full HP. They've got a high ground ward scouting. And Ari's down here. Looks like he's trying to leech some experience, get something going for himself.
Some big items that are going to come out on side of BetBoom in the next minute or so. Helm of the Overlord, couple of Ghost Scepters. Gyrocopter will finish off his Aghanim Scepter in 1,000 gold. So might be a time for them to try to go and make a smoke play, get something going. Because right now, Keeper of the Light, he wants to be active. Sure, you're still farming quite a lot, but you want to be getting those kills. You want to be very active before they get some, you know, Manta Styles, BKBs, before they get to the spell for Solar Bind and Spirit Vessel.
Man, Seb has been looking for this angle for a good like 5-6 minutes, right? We've
couldn't find it.
Smoke from the right, trying to move in from the top, coming in from the left. Miero has just had that feel. He knows the vibe of this lane, that Seb is lurking somewhere. Has not been caught out whatsoever, and now smoked up. Helm of the Overlord, moving with Toronto Tokyo, while down at bottom, GPK TP's in to help out his squad. Dispatched with Ari quite quickly. Nightfall, hang on. He popped the wand, has a Lotus to play with. I don't know if he'll survive, but he's going to make them waste their bloody time. There we go. Fade bot from Save will finish it off.
Maybe not the kill that they wanted, but still, they will take it. Ari, as Marcy, you don't have like the spot in the game. This hero is not good at farming, especially from position 4. You need to use your ulti to be able to get some creeps. So kind of rough spot for Marcy in this type of a game where everybody's farming, but you feel like you're not doing anything. So he's going and try to, you know, break the smoke, tank the gank for his team.
It's giving Tiny, you know, it's got that same kind of Tiny vibes. You're waiting for Blink Dagger, you're kind of, give me a lane somewhere, boys. Might not be able to get it. Yeah, mild 1k lead here for BetBoom, like you said earlier. A very tight game. And honestly, it feels like one of those matches where it's going to come down to that 25-minute Roshan attempt, the big 5v5 clash, where we've got BKBs up, all cores ready.
Both teams are very good at killing Roshan, so we'll be playing probably on that side to try to get a kill whenever they are fight ready. Entered it into Roche. Seb again, behind enemy lines.
He's looking for it, hey? He might be able to find GPK. He's picking up high ground. Radiant Observer is up there as well, so it would have been scouted if he moved any further forward. It does give a chance now. You know, a lot of the noise was made in that mid and top lane, so Nightfall could farm and protect bottom. But now we see Seb being a bit of a nuisance up in his top lane, but he's lifted and caught. And better luck next time. But OG, as I was saying, can kind of get onto that bottom tier 1 tower, finally claim an objective down there.
Yeah, pretty late, considering you do have Templar Assassin, you have Luna, a lot of damage, but we talked about BetBoom. Their tower defense is really good.
Toronto Tokyo trying to kill traps. BZM's got his eye on them though.
Radiant's bottom
And his Blink Dragon Lance. It looks like about 600 gold away from Desolator now on the TA. Stepping forward, but Nightfall has a lot of backup here. Dire Vision sees it all as well. They've got a real good understanding here, OG, I think, with that Dire Ward, that Nightfall, and the rest of the squad are just moving into the Roche Pit.
I don't think OG is going to contest this. This is also a type of a lineup from OG that kind of needs that Aegis. You want to have it. Maybe the first one isn't as big, but this is where you want to create some advantage for your team with having it on either Luna, most likely Luna, or Templar Assassin, because you have insane amount of tower damage. If you win one fight, you can easily clear, you know, tier 1 tower, tier 2 tower, maybe even deal some damage to tier 3 tower if we're talking about plus 35-minute fights.
But yeah, they couldn't even push that mid-tier 1. GPK comes back, Solar defends it. You know, spot on with that tower defense out of BetBoom. OG still looking to fight into Aegis though.
Underneath the ward.
Smoking under Radiant Vision, lifted back up, and BZM just annihilated. BetBoom trying to charge forward because that homing missile is on the tail of Whisper. Ari, movement speed, try and get them out of here, and a great nightmare dodge out of Seb. Onto that Whisper Underlord, but this pressure is just going to mount even more. Tier 2's going to fall. I mean, I really thought OG there would need to contest that Roshan. Letting it slip, giving BetBoom a pretty hefty advantage now coming into mid-game.
Their magic resistance is gonna be gone almost immediately. You have Solar Bind, ET Aura, 3 points in it, centered around the Spirit. So Rubik, with anything that he steals, like, is just gonna be dealing a shit ton of damage. Ari, lurking around the mid lane.
You're removing their resistance and amping your own damage as well. It's pretty wild.
Dire are scanning.
The smoke from BetBoom. They are on the hunt. They know there's blood in the water right now, and OG, if they lose another core right here, it could be disastrous. Towers could fall very quickly.
But there it is, Firestorm.
Firestorm, TA lifted up.
They want to kill him immediately.
Coming in onto BZM, blowing up the Templar Assassin with Miera surrounding her. Elder Titan steps up. Kotl is dying though to Ari and Whisper. They've got the Kotl all locked up, but they're keeping the light still surviving. Owns himself, and he's still alive. They can't catch up to any of them. Luna's now caught up with the stuns. Nightfall's running forward. OG just shredded apart by BetBoom here. Does get a little pushback, trying to sprint away, but the homing missile's coming. The dragon is following, and the Spirit was right over the top of Tomato. Whisper maybe with a Pit of Malice can hold them back. Buy time for Tomato to survive and escape.
Ooh, if Tomato dies there, that would be pretty massive. But BZM, he's unable to lock onto her target and try to kill it. And we're going to see the jukes coming out from save. He steals that Firestorm, and you can see Tomato. He knows that he needs to take him out almost immediately. But look at the juke.
Oh, man.
Around the trees, uses the healing salve. If that roar came like half a second earlier, he would survive. But on the other side, Nightfall, he's just going ham. They don't have enough damage to bring him down, especially twice.
Hell, even GPK got down to like 50 HP there and starts vestling himself back up. A very, very tight fight, but BetBoom, coming out the victors. OG take out their own Tormentor. Potentially, though, this is where the map starts getting really small. And that's where the struggles, like the panel were mentioning, right? The kind of congestion in terms of farm priority. Underlord feels kind of behind. TA and the Luna need to keep on farming and accelerating, but there's just no room on the map to do that.
They might go for the high ground. They still have 1 minute and 40 seconds left on that Aegis. You do have Ancient Black Dragon, but then again, there is Firestorm. You see that, like, even these professional e-gamers, they're trying to go for a push, and then they realize, oh, it's going to be very difficult, but Nightfall, he's in. I just don't want to see those pushes that get punished. Whisper is in trouble.
Lotus on him. Hey, he's just being destroyed, though. And look at that. He doesn't last very long, does he?
They're not ready. Tomato is still trying to push a tier 1 tower in the mid lane, finally gets it, but they're going to lose a side if he doesn't come back. Without Underlord?
Yeah, I mean, BCM's farming Ancients as well. It looks like they're just relinquishing control of this bottom lane of Barracks. Tomato pushing out tier 2, but the jump in onto Seb will get them a kill on Bane. Tier 3 down. Melee racks looks like they're going to fall with a new creep wave arriving momentarily here. And this is where, we can start seeing the CPs filter back and maybe get a catch on someone in that top lane area.
Oh, tier 2 tower is falling in the mid lane. They did pressure tier 2 tower in the top lane, but will lose a set of barracks. So they need this Underlord to be alive. They need multiple Firestorms to keep them in place with a Pit of Malice. Save, unfortunately, did not manage to steal Firestorm, but Pit of Malice is also going to be a good substitute. I think you're going to be looking to steal only 2 of those spells pretty much throughout the whole game for the rest of the game.
And just snatch them up. That has got to be one of the best first Aegises I've seen in a long while, though. Usually it's like, okay, we farm, we kill tier 2s. This was, okay, boys, high ground time, kill a lane of barracks. OG, not respecting that immediate aggression out of BetBoom, who are playing very speedily right now.
And these defensive items, double Ghost Scepter, 1 on GPK, 1 on save. Almost BKB finished on Miero. Aegis runs out, and seems like they want to take a fight right now.
I mean, OG do still pack a punch. Minus armor, physical damage. If they get on top of someone, they can destroy them. And there is no Aegis anymore, but the smoke's breaking an unfortunate place. BZM down on the low ground.
BKB.
Oh, dearie me.
Rocket following, no Lotus Orb.
There's just so much vision. ET Spirit, homing missile, we've got stolen traps and all the good stuff. Nightfall and GPK just breaking up high ground. Don't quite finish off Whisper yet.
That was a
but
clip.
Tomato gets back up to high ground himself, away from the stuns. The Roar nearly comes, but Ari gets into fog. Tomato helped by Whisper as well. The great escape by OG. They tried to make a move on their own, but BetBoom again offering so much hardcore resistance.
I want to see damage dealt. I feel like BZM's damage output, like he's unable to just lock onto a target and try to kill it, because he blinks in, what is it, 5.6k.
Yeah, I mean, look at that gyro, right?
Gyro's 16,000. That's more than both position 1 and 2 combined from OG. Very difficult game for OG.
Yeah, then you've got a freebie there, the Bane.
Uh-oh, they know. They just scouted out Tomato, so they might try to cut him off.
Oh, right. Yeah, saves Rubik. Trying to get up there.
They know exactly where he's farming. He might go through the gates and still be able to get out, but yeah, very risky move.
Well, it's not Blue Luna this time, Lacoste. Blue Gyro's trying to push you out, but you're right, Tomato's still going to get caught on that right side of the map. Fiend's Gate's coming to buy time and maybe deter BetBoom from playing too aggressively.
Nightfall needs mana. Luckily, it does have Keeper of the Light in the team, sitting at only 80 mana. Didn't even have enough for a BKB.
With that bottom dire axe going, kind of natural for the Radiant to play up top. Shove out 2 lanes quite easily. It's kind of difficult here as OG to permanently need to maintain that bottom lane. BZM is finding some sneaky farm, though. It's always great to see this very, high-skill, aggressive farming. When you're behind in a game and you're moving forward, stealing Ancients, getting up in the spooky parts of the map, normally.
Yeah, vision game is also going to be crucial. Like, usually with TA, with Luna, you should be the one controlling the vision, but there's been a gem pickup from Toronto Tokyo. BZM going for a solo Tormi. Let's see who's going to get it. Ari. Not the best one. There was a time when this shard was so useless that people did destroy it. I remember Saksa destroying it.
Yeah, it was pretty garbage. Just a waste of net worth, waste of buyback money, basically.
Oh, Eclipse. Still
Are scanning.
stolen by Rubik. That's going to be a good amount of damage. Haven't seen much from Ari. We said that this is a difficult game for Marcy because the hero doesn't really farm. Bane also sitting inside the base. You're not getting what you want from the hero.
Seb hasn't found those incredible moments we've seen previously from the Bane to get into the fog, find people, catch them out. Miero has been really on the ball. Beastmaster with just 1 death to his name, and I guess, okay, in a game like this where it's 16-4, that's quite a simple thing to point out, but he's dodged so many attempts from the Bane in this game.
All 3 cores from BetBoom dodged most of the ganks. There's only 1 death, and that's 1 from Miero on all 3 BetBoom scores.
Incredible.
Radiant's bottom
A minute and a half for Roshan to come up. And this one, it feels like OG have to contest if they let BetBoom get that Aegis. Might just be a steamroller they cannot stop. Scan from the Dire up the high ground as they tried to wrap around. 4 heroes all smoked up, nearly getting on top of GPK. Ooh, the Cottle gets the distance. And now with that gyro running forward, they see OG completely, knowing exactly where BZM is. A couple still smoked behind him, but in jumps Miero. BKB's up, the grip is there. Miero gets out of it with a roar now onto BZM. They'll turn and fight. Ari's in trouble. The stomp will land. It's just perfect from BetBoom.
The stolen grip
is dead on the right-hand side. The stolen grip and the death of OG here.
Ooh, man, Save did one hell of a work. Pops the clips, steals the Fiend's grip. It's very difficult not to steal it if you have your spell steal available, and we're gonna see that again. I like how Nightfall immediately goes into the front line. He's like, I have a BKB, I have Satanic, I have Keeper of the Light plus Beastmaster behind me. I can't really die. And look at Save, pops that Ghost Scepter even before using the Fiend's grip, so he cannot be attacked. Just a disaster of a fight for OG.
Yeah, and Tomato had no entry point into that fight. We saw in the replay, just standing on the left side, kind of realizing that it's over, that fight, no way to get in. Look for the next one, try and defend your high ground, maybe get into that Roshan pit to contest the take. As BetBoom pressed forward. Bottom lane shoving naturally. Mid and top contended with. And Roshan respawning. 10 seconds till daytime. So he will be in that bottom right corner. Quite a simple move for BetBoom. Swing southeast.
Another set of items for BetBoom. Solar Crest just delivered for Toronto, Tokyo. Daedalus will be finished pretty soon. And Dagon 5 on the menu for GPK. He's gonna blast people.
There we go.
Roshan going through the gates. Roshan's banner, very important item at every stage of the game to pick it up and plant it inside your own base. So you see no difference whether you have it or not.
We saw in the last series, someone just planted it in
front of the Roche, but that's how useless it is.
You kill Roche and you plant his banner on top of his grave. A bit of disrespect for the big man. But yeah, important here that OG get to this fight in time. Roshan at half HP. BetBoom looking to finish it off before OG encroaches on this territory. It looks like that is a successful move. Edge is in their hands. And OG can maybe look to find this fight still with an element of surprise as BetBoom move back down the lane. But they're missing a couple of heroes. Yeah, Tomato's moved up to top jungle. Bane is all the way up north.
This is 3v5.
They're going to get a catch on ET. Get one at least.
Gem on the ground.
You're right. Yeah, not too bad for OG there. A little snipe, a little run away, push out these lanes. They've dealt with it actually pretty well, right?
Yes, Seb, thinking about going through the gates. Maybe set things up with his Nightmare for the Fiend's Gate. But not too bad. They just got a kill, even though it's a position 5. They managed to take the gem off of them, which is going to be great against the traps. Observer wards, of course.
And they carved themselves a little bit of map space as well. Booting BetBoom out of that bottom lane so they can actually push into tier 2. With BZM frontlining for them. Very, very good move, because this means that BetBoom aren't on their doorstep. They're not on your tier 3 defeating your base. You've got that extra couple of minutes. Every minute matters here in Dota. Getting Tomato to his next item, getting Nakanda, getting a few more items up and auras on your Underlord absolutely help out.
Yeah, they definitely need those items. They have a decent amount of gold saved up, but they need to turn it into items because they're gonna lack damage, they're gonna lack protection against all this burst that BetBoom has.
And buyback's also super important right now as
BZM again
gets caught with a lift into grip. Oh, that's your mid laner. Just a couple of spells and down he goes. Buyback is available for him. And he's probably going to have to use it. As BetBoom are just running straight towards this dire base.
Tomato, he showed himself in the mid lane. The GPK immediately boots of travel, pops the glyph even to save the creeps. And now they can try to siege. You said BZM does have buyback available. Whisper, he'll get blasted.
Hey, he's done for, isn't he? Both with buyback available. Whisper will use his.
Firestorm plus Keeper of the Light Blast. It brings down heroes pretty much instantly. There it is, Dagon, Tomato. Down to half HP.
Incredible combos here, aren't they? They'll lift up onto the Bane now. Pit of Malice thrown with a root over the top, just trying to keep Nightfall at bay. Rack still standing, tier 3 has fallen. And OG just trying to get this TA back into the battle without expending buyback. And that means Nightfall can open open up on the barracks.
Nightfell's too tanky. Having Paladin Sword, Satanic, they can't kill him. They didn't manage to even kill him once.
And Blue Gyro just going to go top lane now. Tons of stuff behind him. Nightfall, yeah, can just front line this for days. 2 minutes left on Aegis.
And look what Save has queued up. Aghanim's Scepter. If he manages to farm Aghanim's Scepter, if this game lasts long enough, he steals Pit of Malice, he steals Firestorm, he becomes a better version of Underlord, and he wins off game with 2 spells, pretty much. Gyro is in.
Look at the auras on this Gyro, man. Assault Cuirass, Pavis, and Solar Crest, tons.
Inner Beast.
Inner Beast, yeah, it's loads. Loads of stuff here. I mean, OG now are 5 alive. Looks like they're going for that top rune. It's a DD which they could grab. Every little helps. Every little helps. All these difference makers, you know, maybe they find a little edge in the fight here, but the lift up into the Raw is going to catch out Whisper. Good Lotus Swap, though, bounces back on Miero. Too bad.
Not enough.
He's out of here already. Die back on the Underlord. And BetBoom did pop a couple of BKBs, so Tomato's in onto the Cottle. GPK trying to slip away. Call down drop, Tomato bounce back. He looks like he might get the kill to take on Zap. Not enough to heal him back up, but now the lift is there. Save and Nightfall surround him. BZM gets some good damage on Toronto Tokyo, but OG have lost 3. Bane and Templar Assassin, the last one standing. Buyback from GPK's Cottle to get back on top of Seb.
They want to end it right here. BZM, he does not have anything available. Getting blasted.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. They're going to drop the G's in the old chat. What a dominating game from BetBoom.
Incredible. Yeah, I mean, the first moves out of this Cottle, we've seen how quickly he can farm.